direct opposites in a lot of things in life. I wanted to do just the last question. Was there a super chat before I do the last question, bro?
Yeah, we got one more super chat.
One more super chat. $5 from Travel Tribe Raw. Dropping by, showing some support on your show, fellas. I'm polygamous. Maybe one day me and my woman will come on and debate the modern mindset woman. Dude, I would love for you to come on, bro. If you got a YouTube channel, please hit me up. Send me an email. Last phase, ladies, what I always like to do is I like to give y'all a number based off of what I think you would be in a relationship in between 1 and 10. So 5 being completely average, a normal relationship, and 10 being you're an awesome spouse, and 1 being a shitty fucking spouse. I'd never want to date you for the rest of my life. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all a number. Tik, he's gonna do the same, and then y'all are gonna do the same back to us. I'm always trying to improving it best, so y'all can tell me how much of a dickhead I am. And then y'all will give me your last thoughts on what you thought about the show. I'll start on this side. You're probably a solid 9, almost a 10, and it's because you're very traditional in a lot of your thoughts and the way that you think. I could tell even before you came on the show, like how you're talking and stuff. Like I could just tell what kind of person you are. I could tell just by the whole conversation we've had. You're very you're very smart. You know what you want. You're based in reality. You're gonna do great as long as you're able to filter the men like I talk about.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I have a lot of advice to give to you because I think you're gonna be fine. I think that you're gonna find a really good guy sooner or later, and he's gonna lock you in happily ever after.
Yeah,
being honest. Yeah.
Shout out to your brothers too, by the way.
Yeah.
And
one thing, chats were like, is she banging her mentor? No, I'm related, and this ain't Tennessee. It's no.
Not too much on Tennessee. You said Alabama.
I said Tennessee because I know something, but no.
But I honestly think that you're gonna do fine. What was the big thing I was gonna say? Yeah, just don't waste too much time. Like that's the biggest thing is like sometimes time by and next thing you know you'll be 30 or 35, 40. So I would just say just don't waste too much time trying to find some perfect guy. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise I think you're. And that's what I was gonna say. The brothers thing. Mm-hmm. Did you have a strong father figure in your life?
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Very close to the
Okay,
beginning.
but this is something that we see at this table. A girl that has a lot of brothers or a strong father figure, stepfather, something like that. Based its own reality, completely understands men already. We don't even have to fucking tell you anything. But yeah, great job. Honestly, with your brothers, it's gonna help you more. For you, I honestly think you would be a really good in a relationship. I just think that you struggle to get into the relationship. I don't know how much you really like want one. I guess you could say, or like you want to settle, I guess you could say, because that's what's going to happen a lot for a lot of y'all at this table. This is just advice to kind of everybody. Most women kind of have to settle for the shorter guy or the guy who makes less money. But here's the deal, Pickle. If he's an HVAC guy or he's an electrician or something like that, that guy, he might be making 40 or 50K a year now. But when he's a journeyman, he's going to be making 100K a year in 5 to 10 years. So give that guy a chance. You know, if y'all ever get an opportunity at one of those guys, I just want to say, give those average men a chance. And just realize that a lot of those guys, since they don't get the opportunities like the taller men or something like that, they might fucking love the shit out of you. They might treat you really fucking good too, and let you go on girls' trips and everything. I'm telling you, there's a lot of that, and they're really good guys.
Not too much my number.
Huh? Oh yeah, your number. I definitely like a solid like 7 to 8. Like I definitely think that you're a good relationship person. You just haven't had the opportunity, you know, or maybe you have, but just not with a real good guy.
Not too much.
For you, you don't want a relationship though, right?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, so any girl that says they don't want a relationship, I give them a 1. It's just because you're gonna be in a whole mentality, a whole mood, a whole, and you're gonna stay that way until you decide you want to be in a relationship. And I think that what I'm seeing here today, it's gonna be, you will flip to a whole different person if the right guy came in. So out there and judge, like I'm gonna give you 1 based off tonight, but you didn't want a relationship. You don't really want anything right now. But shit, you could probably be a 7, 8, 9. But I'm not gonna see that until you're actually in that relationship, or you are gonna try to want it. I guess you could say, you know.
Thanks for being light.
That's not that bad at all. For you, the only thing that really hurt. Well, do you want a relationship?
Depends.
It depends.
Really does.
I'm gonna probably give you like a 4 or 5, and it's really just because honestly, age is a huge factor. No, that's fine. You can hit me back in a second. Age is a huge factor in relationships for men, especially high value men. If you want a guy that's actually like really valuable, I'm sorry, they're gonna give a fuck about y'all's age because they want somebody that's younger, hasn't experienced as much. more pure, just gonna be a better mother and a wife. So they're gonna always choose younger. That's the only thing that's gonna make it harder for you. You might have to lower some standards like the height thing or the income thing. I do think that you're the type of person where you could be in a good relationship, but you just experienced some bad ones. I just think that that's what happened to most people today. Most people have experienced some bad relationships. Like I say that guys are incels because involuntary celibate because they can't get sex. So one men are having sex right now in the U.S. So they're involuntary celibate. But what's a woman who is a femcel? What's a femcel? To me, a femcel is a woman that can't get a relationship. So a lot of women will get up to 25, 30, 40, and they're sleeping with these guys, but they're never giving them relationships. That's a femcel. That's a woman that's in there trying to make it happen with certain people, and it's just never happening. So this is it can become an incel and he'll never get sex, but a woman can become a femcel because she can never get a relationship.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Do you think fundamentally it's because we've moved away from Christian? Do you think everyone has a different standard of morality? Like, what at the end of the day is like a
1,000% feminism. 1,000% feminism. Just preaching a bunch of fucking shit, brainwashing everybody. You gotta understand, your environment's your destiny.
Yeah.
So if you grow up in a certain environment, see certain things, that's what you're gonna believe. That's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna think. That's just how the world works. So yeah, everybody is completely. That's why all this stuff that we're talking about, it's all considered the red pill space on YouTube. And the reason why they call it the red pill space is because when you take the red pill, if you watch the movie The Matrix, you're taken out of the Matrix and you're brought to the real world. Mm-hmm. So they call it red pill, and people learn these statistics when they learn the true nature of women, when they learn the true nature of men. You're red pilled. You open your eyes to reality. Holy shit! I've been fooled my whole life by Disney, by my parents, by my grandparents, by what everybody else has been telling me is the truth about the world. And that's the thing. A lot of people are fucked up today. We're all following our environment's our destiny. We're just following our environment, and it's fucking everything up. I push Christian values heavily here. I teach men not to cheat, women not to cheat. In the red pill, I'm one of the only guys that does that.
Yeah.
So it's very rare. Most guys are taught to spin plate, to sleep with multiple girls in a week, have 7 girls on a rotation, and a lot of y'all would be one of those girls. Fucking know it. But that's what guys are being taught, and to sell y'all the dream. I'm trying to give y'all the sauce that they're teaching these men, so then y'all won't get fucked over by those guys anymore. And the women here can actually maybe get married or kids or something one day. I have 4 sisters, y'all. I have 2 moms. I have a daughter. All of my best friends my entire life were women. All of them. I went to prom with my best friend. Okay, I've never had a solid group of guy friends until these guys that with the show right now. I always had a big group of women friends. And I care about women. I want y'all to all be married and have kids one day. And that's why I do this show, because I don't like seeing things right now. I don't like it. I don't like getting on TikTok and going to that subreddit or going to that hashtag and seeing a bunch of women crying over 40. I don't like seeing that shit. It doesn't make me happy. But for your number, yeah, 4 or 5. I think that you would actually be good if you found the right relationship, though, for sure. For you, you don't want a relationship, right? Kind of like.
It's not that I don't want one. It's just like.
It's too hard.
Not even just too hard. It's just I'm not gonna settle. Like, I'm not just gonna take what's given to me type, So like, I feel like personally I am a very nurturing person. Like outside of whatever I'm a very nurturing person. So I feel like if I was presented with a man that was worthy enough to be in a relationship, and I'm worthy enough for a relationship with him, then it'll work out. But other than that, like, I'm not gonna settle.
Yeah.
I refuse.
It's just gonna be hard because of that mentality. I would just give you like a 3 because of that. Honestly, it's just because that mentality is very like you gotta like, we always like to think about what y'all want. Like what does a woman want? At the end of the day, the person who's putting the ring on a finger is the man. So we always got to look at, but what does the man want? And if you ever decide, to really want a relationship, I just strongly encourage you to always think about what does the man want, because you thought about I forgot how old you are.
27.
27. You've thought about what you wanted for years, for 27 years. It might be time thinking about what do these men want. That's the only thing I could really say.
I'm pretty open to that. Like, honestly, like it just depends on the man and how they present themselves.
They gotta be in the masculine frame that they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with that. Like I said, I agree with y'all
Definitely.
like crazy that it's really hard to find good people today on both sides, men and women. It's both sides.